Hello, young scholars. This is your introductory video to U.S. History 2, and what you should be looking at on this screen is my face in a tiny little box where I'm unfortunately trapped and will continue to be for the rest of this year, and your syllabus. I'm pretty confident by the time you guys have reached your sophomore year, you all know how to read, so I won't bore you just by going through it. But basically, U.S. History 2 picks up where you guys left off in Mr. Lapine last year in U.S. History 1, and continues after the end of the Civil War and Reconstruction through a time period called the Gilded Age, where industry flourished in the United States, and so did other less savory things like corruption. Moving on to gains in rights during the Progressive Era, like women's right to vote. Going through the 20th century, about in January or so, and with World War I, we'll move on through the 1920s and the 30s and the Second World War. And then the remainder of the year will be dealing with what is known as the Cold War, which is the conflict between the Soviet Union and the United States. The place you'll be spending most of your time this year, as far as looking for assignments and videos like this, is going to be just like last year towards the end. It's going to be Google Classroom. And so if you're anything like me, you'll have multiple classrooms that you'll be a part of. This is my screen, and I'm going to click on the class that you folks are in, which is either going to be U.S. History 2 in the A cohort or U.S. History 2 in the B cohort. We'll just pick A as an example. So there's a couple things that you need to know about Google Classroom. It's organized sort of like your Facebook feed or any other sort of streaming service. And kind of like Facebook or any other streaming services, this is not the most useful way of getting information. So we're going to go to the more organized section of it. So anytime that you log into Google Classroom, you're going to want to click onto the Classwork tab, because it's going to, frankly, show everything you need to do in the order you need to do it. This video is going to be attached to the assignment 0 right here, which says watch this first. And so, in addition to the syllabus, once this is done recording, you're going to know that I was making this video and this is about to put it here. So the next most important sort of logistical thing you should do before you do the first assignment there, number 1, the check-in form, is noticing right up here, and I can actually circle it with the little fancy pen, there's a spot to go to Google Calendar. And so everyone has Google Calendar as part of your email. So, if you can get into Google Classroom, you have this. And this is going to save you tons and tons of trouble throughout the entire year. Just click on Google Calendar, and it's going to show you where all of your assignments are for every single one of your classes if you set it up that way. All right, so this is my calendar. I'm recording this on August 29th, so you're going to see August. But if I go forward to when school starts, I've got all the assignments right up here for Monday the 14th, and they show up on the calendar the day they're due, and you can click on each of these assignments and get a link to what your task is going to be. So you see this link right over here. Please complete this after viewing your assignments before starting them. So your very, very first task this year is to read the directions, which is something every single teacher you've ever had has told you to do. So thank you for taking some time to watch the video, and go read the directions, and we're going to have a great year. So thanks for watching.